Pastor Jacoby, come on, man. Why do you think Jesus connected the depth of our love to the depth of our forgiveness? Come on, talk about it.
I believe that because, you know, when God sent him, he had us in mind.
Come on.
When you think about what Jesus had to do, the Bible already declared that worthy is the Lamb that was slain before the foundation of the earth, the world. So if I've already looked into time, I've already seen the wickedness of man.
My Lord.
I've already seen all of the devices that we created. It's going to turn our hearts from him, and it's going to keep us out of his will, and it's going to push us into a place where we're going to think that we don't need God.
My Lord.
And Jesus raises his hand when God asks, who shall I send?
Come on.
And Jesus raises his hand and says, I'll go, and I'll be the lamb, be the sacrifice for sins and for these people, because I know what it's going to take to reconnect them back to me. I know what it's going to take to get them to the place that's going to push them to that relationship that we need. And so when Jesus came down into the flesh, you know, we said we have not a high priest. I feel the Holy Ghost already.
Come on, bless
we have not a high priest that cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but at all points was tempted and yet sinned not. So he has that capacity. Jesus has that capacity to know what it's like to be tempted. He knows what it's like. He knows what we're feeling. He knows what we are experiencing in this life. So it's very like God to send himself in a person, in a body of flesh, so that he can feel and so that he can understand what it means to need forgiveness, or what it is to need to be forgiven, or to give forgiveness. Because at the same time, he said, even when he was bearing the cross, they was spitting on him. They was doing all of these things. And then he said, Lord, forgive them. Yeah. Why? Because they know not what we do. And so that is the premise of why God forgives us, because we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is a new thing that we are part of. Nobody has ever lived before. As much as they talk about reincarnation and all of that stuff, y'all can say that's real or whatever, but I'm telling you, this life, I've never lived it before.
All right.
And I'm going to continue to make mistakes. I'm going to continue to fall down. I'm going to continue to need his grace. And because of that, I'm going to need to be forgiven. And I'm going to need to forgive.
Come on.
And so I believe that because he came in that way, that he had to experience being did wrong. He had to experience having to forgive. He has to experience all of these things so that we can connect with him, and so that he can be our high priest. So that he can be that intercessor that, God, I know you want to cut them off, but I know what they're feeling. I know what they need. I know that they need a father. I know that they need love. I know that they need to be reconciled unto you. So I believe that that's the reason why he can identify with us, and we need to be forgiven.